Hello everybody, hello. I just sit with this great huge massive pepper. So I'm here today to do the TMI tag with you, baby, me, mummy and Mr. and Mrs. T +3. So let's just get on with it. What are you wearing? I am wearing a black dress with some leggings, a lace trim along the top and some unicorn slippers. Have I been in love? I am in love. I've been in love for 8 years now. He has been my one and only love. I was very lucky that the first prince that I kissed, no, I was very lucky that the first frog that I kissed turned out to be my prince. So I'm a very lucky girl. And he is the best guy in the universe. He really is absolutely amazing. He's wonderful. He is, oh, I've really landed on my feet. Really love him. Ever had a terrible breakup? No, because I've never broken up with anybody. I've never been in a breakup. I don't know what that's like. I'm really sorry. I know it. I mean, my parents broke up and I've seen a lot of relationships break down, so I know how awful it can be, and I feel really blessed that I've never been in that situation, and fingers crossed never will be. So no, I've never been in a terrible breakup. How tall are you? I'm freakishly tall. I'm not that tall, but if I've got heels on, I'm huge, like a giant. I'm taller than Michael. So I'm just short of 6 foot. I'm about 5'11"-ish. How much do you weigh? That's a very personal question that I will not be answering. Yes, I've got some weight to lose, but I'm not going to tell you how much I weigh because that's my own personal business. Any tattoos? Yes, I do not have anywhere near as many tattoos as I wish I did. I want nice ones on my thighs, and I want like a nice sleeve, but not all filled in. I don't think that would suit me, but just like a lot on one arm. I've got loads of them planned, but it's just the money. The ones that I do have are, let me put giant pepper down. I have, look, it's the 1990s, everybody. I am one of those people that still wears their bubble or their scrunchie on their sleeve, not good. But I have this, I don't know if you can see, which is my butterfly tattoo that I got when I was 18. And then I had this as a heart added. So I got that in Blackpool, of all places. Oh, I always go for the wrong shoulder. It isn't that shoulder, it is this shoulder. I'll pull my straps down a bit. I have this, I don't know if you can see. This is my unicorn tattoo, which is the first tattoo I ever got, and again I was 18 years old. And my latest tattoo is this, which I've not got a flip screen yet, so I don't know if you can see, but I'll just do it up and down. I got this at Download Festival this year. I got it done just on a whim. I was supposed to get it done in 2014. But there wasn't enough time, so my boyfriend got his download dog instead, and luckily we found out I was pregnant. So that was probably for the best. I'm just going to nip round and check this is still filming because it's been temperamental. Way! Still filming, people. I'm going to have my pepper back because, ooh, cuddles. Any piercings? Had my nipple pierced. I loved it, but when I was pregnant, my boobs got so big, just wasn't comfortable anymore, so I took it out. So when we're finished with children, when we know how many we're going to have, and I've had my last child, I'm going to get it done again. Maybe the other one as well. I had a nose piercing when I met Michael, which fell out and I just never got it redone. So that's 2 that have been and gone. My tongue is pierced, which I had done a couple of years ago. I've got 2 lobe piercings on each side. This one has been slightly stretched. It was bigger than that, but I think it just hurt too much and I was a bit of a fanny. So I just left it where it was because there was just so much pain. I'm usually really good with pain, but when you're tired and you've got a baby and stuff, they're just excuses, but I wasn't having any of it anyway. And I've got a industrial piercing just there. Don't know if you can see. I'm going to come up to you again. Aren't you lucky? An industrial piercing there, which is one of my favourites. So yeah, I don't have that many piercings. Never had my belly button pierced because I've never been in a position to. One Tree Pairing. Now I think this is a bit fictional, or in the fandom world. There's so many. I get really into like box sets and books to the point where when they finish I physically cry because I've got so attached to them. How sad is that? I'm gonna kick myself probably when I go and something comes up on the television and I'm like, no, it should have been that. I do not know. Is it supposed to be ones that aren't already together, that you would imagine together, like Snape and Hermione, or ooh, I don't know. What are my favourite series? How do I know this? I don't know. Favourite show, which just leads on from the One Tree Pairing, doesn't it? My favourite show, it's probably not the best show in the world, but I just love it, is Red Dwarf. Me and Michael bought the box set of Red Dwarf when we'd been together a couple of weeks, and we watched it that winter. And we watch it every winter more or less. We watch it when we're drunk. It's just hilarious. If you've not seen Red Dwarf, you know, just go and watch all of them. They're bringing it back as well in September, or they're starting filming it in September, but it's coming back sometime soon. So yeah, I really think that's going to be, it's not going to be as good as the originals, but it's something I'm going to watch. The original Red Dwarfs, just go and watch them. I also like Blackadder. So they're really sitcoms, aren't they? What we've been watching recently is Stranger Things on Netflix. We've just finished that. That's brilliant. If you've not seen that, go and give it a go. I do not know. I used to really like House. I was really into House, so I cried when that finished because I'm sad. There's been something recently that I've been really into and it finished and it's the last season and I was gutted. But I don't know. I really like Bones, but I've not been watching them recently because they've gotten a bit boring. Same with Grey's Anatomy, we used to watch those all the time. Yeah, they're just the ones I've been watching recently. Stranger Things, and I've been watching Taskmaster. I've been watching Taskmaster with Greg Davies. I love Greg Davies. I've seen him in concert and I think he's bloody brilliant. He's fabulous. What else have I been watching? Michael's watching Ray Donovan while studying my vlogging, which I think is very good, so I'm quite into that. It's just, I think he's sick of me asking all the questions, what's happening? And he's like, just watch it, but I can't because I'm busy. There's probably loads, like, oh, Buffy. Buffy is one of my favourites. How did I not say that before? Buffy and Angel, they just wipe everything out. They're on par with Red Dwarf. Buffy, Angel, Red Dwarf. There's probably more. Favourite bands. I am really into heavy metal, so I really like Him, obviously, because I have the heartgram tattoo. Slipknot are one of my absolute favourites. Rammstein. Francis Dunnery is like one of my favourite artists ever. He's not metal, but he's up there with Him. He means a lot to me. This is the one where if I miss them out I'm going to be upset, but there's just so many. In this moment, we had tickets to see them twice and they cancelled both times. Not happy. We're seeing Avatar in a couple of months and we're seeing Steel Panther in a couple of months. Like I said, we go to Download every year. We've been to Somersphere. We'd like to go to Reading and Leeds, so I know that Fall Out Boy are playing Leeds this year, which I'm pretty gutted about. Five Finger Death Punch we like. Say we because we pretty much like the same stuff, apart from I go a bit more gothic-y and melodic than him sometimes. Korn, really, like, oh, they're up there, Korn. Yeah, I like a mixture of older stuff, newer stuff, but definitely more towards the darker side of things. Something you miss? Oh, I miss college. I had a really good group of friends at college and it was the first time that I'd really felt at home with people, and I really miss college. I'd always been really good all the way through school. I'd never missed a class. I had detention once and it wasn't even my fault. I got sent out of the classroom once for laughing in my Spanish class with two boys, and that was the only time I ever got checked out of class. So when I went to college I kind of rebelled, found some really good friends, and I used to drink before my lessons. I used to go out and get drunk instead of going to my lessons. I used to go into Manchester and get absolutely wasted, and it was fabulous. I really enjoyed that year. Still managed to get semi-decent grades somehow. But that was a really good year. So I do miss college, and I miss directly after college I started working at Asda, which is where I met Michael, and I do miss that initial 6-month period where everything's all new and lovely, and that never went away. But I like that stage, or at least those first couple of weeks where everything's just new and fresh, and sometimes it's nice when you get comfortable with people, but that period before where everything's like ooh, and yeah, I like that. It was that period with Michael made it what it was, and it was amazing, and we still get that, you know, when we have our date nights, or when we, you know, sometimes we just sit in the house and get drunk and listen to music. Favourite song? My favourite song at the moment is Spellbound by Susie and the Banshees. Favourite song overall is just too difficult to choose. I just can't do it. Zodiac sign. Oh wait, how old are you? I am 25. Zodiac sign, I am Aries, which is a fire sign, which means I'm really feisty and you shouldn't get on the wrong side of me. Quality you look for in a partner. I think my ideal partner would have to have Michaelisms and Mike traits, and just be Michael. But no, trust, honesty, good hair, makes me laugh, nice warm big man hands, broad shoulders. Yeah, just Michael. Favourite quotes? My mum always says what goes around comes around, which is very true. Favourite actor? Alan Rickman. And unfortunately we lost him at the beginning of the year, didn't we? Because 2016 has been a SHIT of a year. So yes, Alan Rickman was my favourite actor, and I'm very, very sad that to hear of what happened with him. And I did cry, and I rang up my family members, and they were like, I know we were thinking of you, like I was related to him or something. Favourite colour? My favourite colour is purple, and it's been purple for as long as I can remember. It's just such a lovely colour, isn't it? It's just gorgeous. So yes, my favourite colour is lovely purple. Loud music or soft? Loud. The louder the better. Where do you go when you're sad? The shower. I like to have a nice hot shower. If I had a bath, it'd be a bath when I'm sad. Just kind of makes me feel better, makes me feel a bit more cleansed, and like my soul's been cleansed. I know that sounds weird, but I do go and lock myself away and have like a really long bath or shower just to clear my head and think and listen to some music, and if I can have a nice glass of wine or prosecco or a beer or whatever I fancy, a nice big bubbly cider. How long does it take you to shower? It usually takes me about 20 minutes to half an hour to shower, because I've got a lot of hair, even when it's short, like it is now, or shorter, it's quite thick, so it takes a long time to condition, and I just take my time with it. I know I shouldn't, but I do. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? At the moment, it depends what day it is. Sometimes I just shove some clothes on and that's it. Have a wash, do my teeth, but I don't put any makeup on or particularly do much with my hair. So I didn't realise I could only record 20 minutes at a time, and when I went to check that, then it stopped recording. So I think it was just the one I was on before, which is how long does it take you to get ready in the morning. I was saying it takes about 15 minutes if I'm not doing much with my hair or makeup, but if I am kind of dolling myself up a bit, it takes 45 minutes to an hour. Next one, I've been in physical fights. Yes, only at school. I was in 2. Both of them were where I'd literally been pushed to the brink by a group of girls. The first time was in the locker room or the showers at school, and a girl pushed me and she was calling me names and she had hold of my hair and she went to punch me and I swung out the way, grabbed her hair and kind of whacked her head off a sink, which wasn't my finest moment, but I was just at the end of my tether. And I didn't get in trouble for it actually, because I think there'd been evidence and people had obviously witnessed what had been going on in the run up to it, and there were people there in the showers at the time, in the toilets, and they'd seen the way that she'd been with me and what she'd been saying to me. So that was that. And then the second time again was at school. I was followed home by a group of girls. They were going for me, they were calling me names, being absolutely vile and horrible. And again, one of them swung at me, I dodged, and I seemed to have this thing about grabbing people's hair, because I grabbed her hair and there was a wall near us and I banged her head off the wall. And she didn't do anything physical again, although she did seem to run away with her mouth still. It's not something that I'm proud of, either of them, but I'm not hard on myself about them because of everything that had happened. I think that I was really pushed in both situations. I felt really upset and isolated, and I was bullied both times. I was bullied all the way through my later years in school. So I'm obviously a pacifist, although I have noticed since I've had Lily that I do have a bit of a mouth on me. If something needs saying, or if I feel that something needs to be put across, or I need to express myself or defend myself in any way, or I feel threatened, I will say what I think I need to, but I would never be violent, or I never started a fight, I've never instigated anything like that. I really don't like violence at all. So I think everybody has that stage, or there is a time in everybody's life more or less where they're pushed into that sort of situation and you just do what you have to. You know, it wasn't exactly a fight, it was just I did what I did at the end and that stopped it, and it's just those couple of occasions. Like I said, I'm not proud of them, but it was school and I was really, really badly bullied. Turn on. A turn on for me is a good sense of humour and, like I said, nice hair, really nice smell of aftershave. Michael's got about 4 or 5 different aftershaves, and when I give him a kiss in the morning when he's on his way to work, I'm like, oh, what are you wearing? And who are you wearing that for? Because it's just, oh, I could literally just drag him back in. Turn off is stinky smells. I really don't like stinky smells. If you know Michael personally, which I don't think any of you will, but the odd person might, he has got a farting problem, which I can live with, but general body odour, I just, ugh, that's just horrible. I also don't like it when people or men objectify women or make out that we're the weaker sex. That just go away from me. Leering and sneering and kind of, I think it's quite nice when especially someone that you're with looks at you and you can see that they're appreciative, but when a guy looks at you and you can tell that he wants something from you, or that, oh, it's just that disgusting dirty look from someone that you just don't want that look from. I don't like that. So yeah, stinky smells and icky men. The reason I joined YouTube because I want to start vlogging. I definitely prefer, I've noticed since I've been doing it, taking videos and being in the moment rather than behind the camera all the time and snapping photos. I love photos and I'm still going to take as many photos as I can, but I do like seeing myself in my daughter's life. It's given me a lot of confidence, which is not something that I'm used to having at all, and I feel like I can get on with my moment rather than trying to kind of capture the right shots. So, and also the memories of it, the memories are brilliant. There's so much in a video that isn't in a picture. So, fears. My biggest fear is war. I don't know why. My mum thinks it's because when I was in her tummy, it was the Gulf War or the Cold War. One of them. I was born in 1991, so if anybody knows, I should really know, but my history is a bit rusty at the moment. She also thinks that's why I'm addicted to chocolate, because she drank lots of chocolate milkshakes. But I have a big fear of war. Obviously I was 10 when 9/11 happened, and that really affected me. So yeah, war and terrorism. Obviously it's not good to fear those things. We should show them that they're not affecting us, and they want us to be scared obviously, but it's something that I can't help because my family and everything, all the people that I love, I just can't bear the thought of anything happening to them. And just the terror, I'm scared of the actual terror that I would feel. That, you know, like if you were in the middle of a road and a car was coming at you and you just stop and you can't move, you're that scared. That is one of my fears. I'm not really scared of heights, I'm not scared of spiders, I don't have your traditional fears. But yeah, it's a really weird one. I don't know if there's an actual word for it, but I have a phobia of war. The last thing that made you cry, the last thing that made me cry was, trying to think, I cry a lot less than I used to, but once I get going I still really go for it. I think it was reading something on Facebook about a young baby that had passed away at just a week old because of the cold sore virus, and that really upset me. I also saw something recently about a girl who had ended up in hospital quite badly injured because she'd not worn a crash helmet on a skateboard, and so those sorts of things really upset me when they pop up on Facebook. I know they're there to give us all a warning and to try and help us, and I understand why people do that, to spread awareness, which is why I watch them or why I read about them, but they do really choke me up sometimes. Last time you said you love someone, I told Lily that I loved her when I put her down to bed, and I gave her a big kiss. And I told Michael that I loved him when he left for work this morning. Meaning behind your YouTube name, my YouTube name is Lucy Melissa Smith HBB, because Lucy Melissa Smith is my name and HBB is short for Hello Beautiful Bear. I don't think I could get Hello Beautiful Bear for some reason, which is odd because I have it across most of my other social media platforms, so if you've got my name, I want it back. The last book you read, I don't read as much as I used to. It's something that I was really trying to get back into. I think I started Twilight again recently, but I've not really read that much of it. I started reading the latest Bridget Jones, and again I've not finished that. I think the last book that I read was probably Insurgent or Divergent. I think Insurgent and Divergent, isn't it? The second one of that I read on holiday, and before that I was reading all of the Hunger Games. The book you're currently reading, I'm not currently reading a book. I think I'm going to go and start all the Harry Potters again because they're the best books in the world, and I really want to get that feeling back of how much I enjoyed them the first time round and how I just couldn't put my books down, so I want to read them again. I've not read them for a long time. Last show you watched was Stranger Things, which I mentioned earlier. We watched the last episode last night and I cannot wait for season 2. So that's my TMI tag all sorted, I think. So I will see you next time. I think one of my next videos is going to be a Q&A. So if you've got any questions for me, just pop them in the comments below, or you can email me, or you can contact me on social media. So I'll see you next time. Bye!